Welcome. We're going to go ahead and do a summary of the post-atomic race. Adam's already done his, but I went home and took a nap first, and then I went to eat Hooters with my smoking hot fiance, who doesn't have makeup on, so she don't want to be on camera. Let's see. Let's start out with some shout-outs. Josh Cornelius, I believe, did a 10K Raccoon, something on Raccoon Mountain, around the rim, something. I'm sure you did well. Shout out to my 8 seniors that graduated from the wrestling, from Bradley High School yesterday, that wrestled for me. Too many of you to name, but you know who you are. You're not on my Facebook anyway, so you're not going to see this. But you guys did great on the mat, and more importantly, you became better people off the mat, and that's what we're here for. Also, shout out to all the moms out there. Mother's Day, mine in particular, second year in a row. Mother's Day without you, but you had a great mom, and always think about you on this day. Now to the race, because these things will tend to get long with these 30 hours. Summary, we ended up finishing 7th overall. By the time I checked it, Adam said 6th. We finished 7th overall. 32 out of 41 checkpoints. Won our division. We beat a lot of good teams. We competed with a lot of good teams. Led the race at 2 different points. We're 2nd overall at several points. And then the cold and rain got to us at night, and we had to short course it a little bit. Overall, with Zach Ballard, Jason Fennell, and Adam Raines, I think we had a pretty good race on a nationally known atomic or adventure race. It's well known on the Eastern Coast. Several pro teams there that we competed well against, and just overall a top 10 finish there, almost a top 5 is. And there were only 2 or 3 checkpoints between 2nd and 3rd. Between 3rd and us. Overall, Zach Ballard pulled us through on the bike. He's definitely got the legs on the bike. Maybe too much legs, because I think we burned up a little bit earlier than we should. But we all pulled through strong at the end. We were all good on foot. Once Zach got his nav down, we were pretty much landing right on top of them all. Adam did a great job gophering probably 65% of those checkpoints. I got the other 35 whenever he needed to rest. I think Zach had something against me, because every time he'd send me after every other one, it seemed like he sent me in the wrong spot, and he'd send Adam to the right spot. So I don't know. I think he was setting me up for some failure and Adam up for some success. Canoe, real pleased with the canoe. We hit some tough rapids. We ran some tough rapids. Probably the worst thing that could happen on a canoe happened to me and Ballard when we T-boned a canoe up against a rock, and we literally almost bent this Royal X plastic canoe around a rock. How we got it out without busting the canoe, and how we got back in it and ran the rapid right below it, I don't know. We were just lucky. Big shout out to Jason Fennell for pulling through. Had a low point earlier. We did 3 states, 3 mountains last weekend. I'm not sure his legs quite recovered, and the pace we set earlier kind of hurt him in the middle, but he came through strong and finished great. But overall, it was a great experience. Very tough race. A lot of points up on knobs. A lot of high points. But the biggest thing was the rain and the cold. From about 11 on, it was drizzling to the time we finished to a rain. When we got to Brawley Mountain and topped out there, it was just flat out cold. And we were shivering. Got 1 point from there, and then it was time to go. We were ahead of a lot of teams. That's where when we short coursed there, we pretty much sealed our own fate. If we'd have stayed and got a couple more checkpoints, we probably could have finished the race, but I don't know if we could have finished the bike as strong as we did. Great decision made by all. Great teamwork. That'll be the partial Monday's message. Without teamwork, we wouldn't have been able to do it. Through the highs and the lows, being able to get along, being able to communicate, Those are skills you have to have in life and in marriages and in relationships and at work. And you know, sometimes you got to go do a 30-hour adventure race to learn that again. But great race overall. Real pleased with it. You know, everybody needs to notice the shirt. That's the Nature Boy Ric Flair. 2 references to that, because we were the 4 horsemen this weekend, and we did go out in the woods, and I did become one with nature. Therefore, I wore the Nature Boy Ric Flair shirt in honor of this race. And, but overall, we had a great race. Great job to Zach Ballard, Jason Fennell, and Adam Raines. Real pleased. Top 10 finish in a very tough, very prestigious 30-hour adventure race. And great job being patient with each other and using teamwork and getting through this thing. Big shout out to Sarah and my dad for coming down and driving me and Fennell back, because after 25 hours, 26 hours of a race, not to mention being up to 4 or 5 hours before it, it's hard to drive home. And they came and picked us up. And we definitely appreciate that support. So stay tuned. City Marathon next weekend. We'll do the best we can. And Cauliflower Cup's on the line, apparently. I don't care. It's just a cup, but I'll run it. And I'll get done. And we'll go from there. So, until then. Stupid.